you for hosting.
Thank you for coming. And yeah,
I feel like I'm at your house, like a house guest.
yeah,
that's
you
been
are.
invited.
Do you want something to drink?
I would love something. Actually, for you, it's like 6 p.m., right? So it's cocktail time.
It's cocktail, to cock or tail?
Both.
Oh, both. Okay, I do understand.
Always.
So welcome, guys, to my channel. And here Patrick is here also. 3 guys are already here. So it's very exciting. I created several live streams. I see it now. So I hope most of the people will find the way here. So here we are. Yeah, how are you? What time is it in Toronto now?
Well, so isn't that just the thing? This morning I woke up and we switched the clocks back, which we do twice a year. But I didn't know that you guys have that too. But yeah, so in the spring and in the fall we moved the clocks, and so last night I guess the clocks changed, and we had scheduled this for a certain time today, and then I woke up this morning and it was a different time than I thought it was going to be. So anyway, now it's noon.
Noon, perfect.
Or is it? Or is it? I don't know.
So I just looked it up, and we had our time shift from the summertime to wintertime. Looks like last weekend.
Really?
Last weekend, yeah.
Okay.
And the no is that I don't. The thing is that I don't realize that I don't see it because we have all these automatic smartphones and all this automatic. Everything is changing the time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't.
We have those too, but it's still like I woke up and I thought it was 9, and then I looked at my phone and the phone says 8. Anyway, it's not good for your sleep, like rhythm, circadian rhythm sleep patterns. Like apparently moving the time around is really bad for you. So I think we need to stop doing that.
And they are talking about it for years. I think to stop it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's see. 16 people are 16 guys are already here. Maybe can you hear us? Maybe we are just talking to ourselves and you don't hear us. If you hear us, type a 1 on your keyboard, please.
And tell us where you're listening from.
That's very interesting. Yeah, which time zone also?
And which times do you even know?
Rob Miles says yes.
Oh, good.
Slovenia. Hey, Slovenia.
Ooh.
Ronald McLean. Yeah.
What's the purple gum? What is that?
Never heard.
Is that a German thing?
I don't know. Elle, can you explain what you mean? North Carolina, Armenia watching. Cool.
We hear you loud. Yay. 5 p.m. in Somerset, UK. Does everybody change the clock? Is that a thing? Like the whole world changes the clocks?
Not the whole world. Asia does not do, I think, or the Asian countries. But
Yeah.
In Europe, it's normal, I think. And yeah, UK. I've been to London last weekend. Maybe this is why I didn't realize, because I also had 1 hour time shift to London. So.
Okay. Oh, you're traveling. You're just all over the place. You don't even know. Where am I this week?
Yeah.
What time is it? Who cares?
Who cares? I just go by train and business class. It's always the same. So
where's the sauna? That's all I care about.
Yeah, but that's true. I traveled a lot in the last week. So I was last weekend, London, and I saw both of the. Oh, they have more than 2 saunas. They have, I think, around 5 or stuff like that. But I went to 2 of them.
Okay.
Which was very nice.
Which ones did you go to?
To Sweatbox and Pleasure Dome.
Ooh. Oh, the swollen. Who had swollen purple gums? Is that you? Rob, did you have swollen purple gum? In the last chat, we spoke about swollen purple gums. That sounds like you need to see the dentist.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Maybe that was a private chat.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Which one did you like better? Sweatbox or Pleasure Dome?
I'm always aware of what I'm saying because all places have their own reasons to exist, and they are
Yeah.
both very good. I like them a lot because Frankfurt, and I like them a lot, and they are
Yeah.
in comparison to most of the saunas in Germany and also in Amsterdam, they are a bit more cruisy than relaxy. Like when you are in Berlin in Boiler, for example, you can also just go there to have a relaxed time to go to the sauna. A steam room is not too relaxed, definitely not. But the sauna in some areas where you can chill with friends or other people, uh, the the both saunas I visited in London, they were both much more cruisy, lazy. Like it's
Like you're there for sex.
yeah.
Okay.
And the facilities are like they were also like a bit older maybe than in Berlin. In Berlin, for example, I when there is a some broken stuff, it's fixed the next day stuff or very
Oh
very
wow.
soon. They
Very
are
efficient.
never. Yeah, it's not that you have to that you don't see that the boiler is also there for maybe 12 years. So you think it
Yeah.
could be even renovated last week. And when I was filming in the boiler, it was also they were also renovating parts of one of the steam rooms because they have two steam rooms.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, but so to come back to London, if I would choose one of the saunas to go back when I have just one night, yeah, and I
Yes.
have to decide.
You have to choose one. Is it
Mhm.
Sweatbox or Pleasure Dome?
It is Sweatbox because of one very important reason. Because in Sweatbox you have also a lot of free space, so you don't have to pay for cabins. In Pleasure Dome, you always have to pay for privacy. And that is a thing which I would always prefer places who have free privacy places. So
Yeah.
in and in Sweatbox you have some luxury pods where you can go in with a bed and with a TV maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But in the Pleasure Dome, you have to book a room, and
Okay.
it's also difficult. I was talking to a oh cutie,
Ma, he wanted to be on camera. So.
hi,
Hi,
the
bud.
the Dachshund, the Dackel in
Of
Germany we
course.
say,
Hello.
yeah.
Only German in this house. Only German
Okay.
things.
Very good. So, and I also asked for how can I went to the receptionist and I asked him where you can book the rooms. And I asked him, yeah, but how do people come together here? Do they go on the free space or in the sauna and then they say, let's rent a room, or do I rent a room and then I go to that room and I leave the door open? What is and that's difficult. So
Yeah.
too difficult for me, but I like it very easy and I like real community spaces. And for me, a community space, of course, all of the bathhouses, they need to earn money and they are businesses, but I think it's also important that they are affordable for everyone and that everyone has nearly the same chances to have privacy there.
Yeah. So, are you saying Pleasure Dome is a little bit more like the American style bathhouse where you have to pay for a room for you're saying privacy. Do you
Hmm.
pay for a room? You get a room and you pay for it
Yeah,
like that?
that's it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I've only been to Sweatbox, and Sweatbox is very European. It's just everybody goes anywhere, everything is open. I mean, you have the private spaces, but you don't rent out that space. You just use it, and then you jizz everywhere, and then
Hmm.
you leave, and then somebody else sits in your jizz, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but they also clean it very often, of
I
course.
know they do.
So, but I have the feeling in the Europe. So of course, London, UK is nearly Europe, but in the German places, I have the feeling they they clean more as everywhere else, even in comparison to Amsterdam, for example,
Yeah.
which is a very nice sauna. I really liked it.
Sauna NZ.
And that sauna, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm also preparing a video about it. I've been there and I filmed there. Very
Please.
nice and very kind stuff too.
Yeah.
And
Sexy staff.
sorry.
Sexy staff.
Yeah. That's so.
It,
Oh, I saw a photo of you with one of the guys from Amsterdam.
yeah. Well, with a couple of them.
Yeah, but there was one person I remember because he was also vegan and he was there when I was filming. So
Oh,
yeah,
Alberto.
that's may I just remember a 6-pack, so or a
I
9-pack or
well,
stuff like that.
how many vegans are
Okay,
working
yeah.
at Sauna NZ? I mean, dark hair, beard, Italian, Alberto.
Yep,
Okay.
sure.
He's a beautiful man.
Hmm.
This is
Definitely.
very distracting. When I was in New Orleans for the Bathhouse conference. I mean, well, he was there with his partner or his boyfriend, whatever. His boyfriend is a masseuse at Sauna NZ. So
Mm.
he gives massage. You can hire him, and then apparently there's no hanky panky. It's just about a massage. But I asked my audience because I was curious. They don't really do that a lot here in North America, massages in bathhouses. So I asked my audience on Patreon, would that be a draw for you if there was a masseuse in a bathhouse? Would that, encourage you to go? And the majority said yes, they would. They,
Hmm.
they would like that. So I think it's a good service to have, you know.
Yeah, we have it in nearly all of the saunas in Germany. They have in the smaller one, they don't have sometimes they don't have all the time. But in Boiler, for example, you have sometimes 2, 3 to 5 of them working, and you can
Really.
also get yeah, and you can also get very spontaneously appointments. You can also book online in advance, but that's very
Uh,
cool, and they are very different.
yeah.
I tried them from time to time, and I had like 4 massages there, and the price is also like the normal prices outside for massage too. And
Yeah.
yeah, but they say it's no, there is no happy ending, stuff like that. So it's only
No, well,
massage. Yeah,
I mean, they say there's not, but I mean, it must happen from time to time.
I think so. Okay, I think it can happen from time to time. So if there is a guy and you like each other like that, but it's
Yeah.
not the classical like work. It's not they don't do it as a job as it, for example, offered is in I know it from Thailand a lot. So where you go to these places and it is like they do ask you, do you want to have special service? So
Yeah. They do.
and so yeah, they do, and
Well,
it's very
you spent a lot of time in Thailand, right?
yeah.
Getting special service?
Not really, because for me this atmosphere is not makes me not like, that's not so nice for me. I had like one special service, but that was not a service, that was pleasure for both of us, so I didn't pay for that.
Okay.
And but I've also been to a place where they have this, which was a gay massage, and they offer special service. And this guy asked me, and I was curious about it, and I wanted to do something on YouTube about it, but I didn't do at this time. Maybe I will do the next time. And he asked me. I asked him how much it is for the happy ending, for example, and
Yeah.
I gave him that money without getting the service, because of course this business. So he expects most of the time that people come and take this service. It's part of his work or of his job
Yeah.
to get this money. And it's in Thailand, for example, it's not that much. It's just it's even less what I pay for a normal massage here when I
Oh my God.
give this. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah. In Thailand, yeah, it was like $5 for, I mean, a regular massage,
Mhm.
but $5. I mean, like, that's. James is saying hi. Hey, James, how are you? Great to see you. Oh, that's Malu. Those German dogs are so loud. Malu,
Always barking.
always bark, always making noise. The Germans.
Yeah, that's always. So 40 people watching us, but there are just 6 thumbs up. So there need to be like 50 thumbs up very soon.
50
So
thumbs
guys,
up. Well, maybe we're not talking about anything interesting. What do you guys want to talk about?
yeah,
Let us
what you want
know.
to.
What is your favorite sauna? Let us know in the comments, right? That's a good question.
That's a very
Right?
good question. And it's also, I think I would like to know, Patrick, which was your favorite sauna yet?
Mm. So I had the best time, but I think the problem with my answer is that I don't think it's maybe the best sauna. It's just I had the best time there.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like, did I have a good time because of the sauna? Or did I just get on the right night and it was the people that were there that made it a good time? I don't know. It was Sauna NZ actually. I had the best time there. The vibe was good. I had a great time. Um, but I think in terms of amenities and stuff, it's a good sauna, but it's obviously not the best sauna. But I had the best time there. So it's a hard, I don't know, you know.
I completely understand.
Yeah,
Also, when I think about, I also have saunas where I know, okay, I haven't had the most fun,
yeah,
but I know that the stuff was so nice and the crowd. I had nice talks, for example.
yeah.
People from time to time, it happens that people come to me and they talk to me. They say, "Hey, I know you from your videos. I'm sure you know that."
Ah!
Yeah, and then you have nice talks, or when you have a good host in the sauna, um, the stuff there, sometimes it's just very nice, and then you don't care about what happened in the dark room. Or you sometimes I've also been to saunas to film, and it was
Yeah,
important for me to be there and to film, and I also went there to have my own experience, but I was maybe not 100% fit, and I felt like, okay, I have to do that now because I want to have this experience, but I'm not into, I don't know, having 6 guys or stuff like that. You know what is when I'm fit, maybe good for me. Yeah. So I know I do understand. And it's also interesting to speak about the saunas with other people because I also like the NZ sauna a lot, but I heard from other people, oh no, we didn't like it. So it's, I don't know, it's, and because of the vibe, and I just remember my vibe there. And of course I was there, I had this they showed me the facilities. We had a very nice contact, and I met nice people there. And yeah, this is for me. It was a nice thing. So, and there was this couple from. Oh yeah, that was hot. Yeah, never
Ooh,
mind. I will do a video about that too.
please, yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay. What? Look,
oh
burnt crumpets says, "I live the sauna experience through you guys. I'd never visit one myself." Burnt? Why not? You have to tell us why you would never visit one. I mean, you can live vicariously through us, I guess, but why? Why? Aaron, it's whatever sauna Rob is at. Ooh, that's his favorite sauna.
so
Wow.
I think the giving the sauna experience to other people, I think this is, or a good experience is what we both try to do, right? To
Yeah.
also to empower the people to go there. And I think for me, the nicest moments are, and yesterday was one of these moments, when people send me a text on my Instagram. Yesterday, a young man from the Philippines texted me and said to me, your videos make me so curious and encourage. I want to go there very soon. I will go there definitely because of your
Yeah.
videos. Because I think I thought it when we made this podcast a few months ago. I also thought about the saunas when I was younger. Oh, this is only for old people and only like this sleazy and it's not clean and stuff like that. And yeah, I saw other places. So I saw very clean places, very cool guys, young guys, a very mixed crowd, always a mixed crowd.
Yeah.
And this is why I want to, yeah, promote the saunas because I think you can have a good time if you like that stuff. Of course, if you don't um, like these sucks positive places, then don't go there. But if you are interested in it, I just can recommend it to go there.
Yeah. I have a lot of people that are curious, but they're uh, not afraid, but you know, they have a lot of questions, and it's sort of this unknown, and they just don't, or they don't want to go by themselves, and they just feel a little bit like intimidated by the space. So I think that's why that's good. Well, with you, for example, with your tours, and you go into the saunas and you do the tours, it's like really look. This is what it looks like, and there's nothing to be scared about. This is what it looks like in here. This is this room, this is that, and you get the full tour. And then with mine, and I'm giving my experiences and everything. So I just feel like it helps open the doors a little bit,
Hmm. Yeah,
for
that you
people.
see that are normal places. This is not something like these are really normal places, and you can go there and you can try. I remember one of my colleagues from my normal work told me
Oh,
yesterday. We had an event. He told me, "Yeah, I think your videos are so funny because you are doing it like reviewing some technical stuff. You go in this room and you say, oh, this sling has very comfortable stuff to put your legs in there,'
yeah,
and I say, yeah, but this is." I think this is like very, I don't know if this word is right. In German, we say pragmatisch, pragmatic. So you go into it and you tell the people what they can see. Because of course, I can also tell the story, and I do it from time to time, and I will do a lot of more review stories where I also tell people what happened there.
yeah,
But I think for the first, when people are like shy to go there, it's important just to show. And you have rooms which you can close, but if you maybe had a drink and you are relaxed and you really want it, you also can go to the sling and you can be open for everyone like that. And you can, yeah, you can still say no to everyone, and it works most of the times. No,
yeah,
it definitely works. So sometimes it's you need to be more like no than just, but most of the time for me it's like I just, and it works. Yeah. So, but then people also, they text me sometimes on Instagram and say, yeah, they want to know really precise things like which time is the best to go there.
yeah.
And when I go there for the first time, can I just go there and watch? What would you say when you go to a sauna? Can you just go there and watch?
Of course.
Yeah, and I remember that's what most of the people also do. Not
Yeah,
most, well, yeah. I remember being in a sling and having like, very comfortable time. Yeah. And then in these slings, normally a lot of guys come around the sling
yeah. And
and
what? Yeah,
and just watch and don't touch, even don't touch, just like, okay, just watch. And then when maybe one guy who was like in a relation to me like that, to say that this live stream will go on. um, and when one of these is like it's gone and is away, then in my head it's like, okay, next one. But most of the
yeah,
time it's like everybody's like choo, going away because they are afraid that they have to, and at
yeah,
that,
yeah.
because they don't want to be in the middle of all this. So you can do that, and you can also watch. I think also you can just watch, and but I have so many questions coming again and again, and sometimes I think I cannot answer all these questions. So I need to make a video very soon about this for beginners. I think you also did videos for beginners, right? For going
Lots.
there the first, so like before you go videos, and
Yeah, yeah. what to expect, how to interact with people, what to bring, stuff like that. Because sometimes you don't think about those things. But you're a
Yeah.
whore.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you so much.
yeah.
So,
I've been in the sling too, and I find people are intimidated. Even the people that are there that are watching, to your point, they're kind of intimidated by the sling, and they're not in it. They're just watching. But like, if you're in it and you're like, okay, guys, like, come and fuck me, like a lot of times they're like, they're intimidated by that. You know what I mean? And so they won't approach you, and
mhm.
they just kind of watch. And sometimes it takes a while to get like one person to even. But sometimes once one person goes, then suddenly there's a big lineup. So it just takes one.
Yeah, yeah, that's very interesting. I also think I remember one situation in the sling, for example, where in Boiler, in my favorite sauna in Berlin, I there's a sling is like situated so that you can watch out of the room, and the guy who stands in front of the room is under like a spot, like a light spot,
Uh huh.
and
Oh,
so you can see them, and you can interact. Sometimes it takes a long time that and lying in this sling like trying to to okay, yeah, please come. So
please, I'm ready.
yeah, and but sometimes when people come in and want to get in touch, and you do like just it, no, it's not a match. Most of the time, most of the people are like they are just okay, okay, it's fine. So like you even feel like oh no, sorry, I didn't wanted to refuse you. So
Yeah,
but of course, I also had situations which were not so nice. So very stupid reactions.
yeah.
But that was very only a few times in comparison to how, how often I was in the sling, for example.
Waiting with your legs open. Brandon is saying one of his first experiences of gay saunas was in Rome. Illuminated sauna was incredible. I had so much fun. I had to revisit during my 7-day visit on a daily basis. Wow. Have you been? Have you been? I haven't been.
I haven't been to Rome, but Rome is definitely on my
Yeah.
plan, on my bucket list. The good thing we have.
I've been to Rome, but I haven't been to a sauna there. I was in a sauna in Milan, and that was hot. That was many years ago. I don't even know what it was called, but so we'll have to check out illuminated sauna, I guess is what it's called.
I think most of the Italian saunas are very good. I heard a lot of stuff about also the Milan sauna,
Yeah.
and I a lot of good things about the Italian saunas. So
It's
I'm
interesting. In When I was in New Orleans for the Bathhouse convention conference, there was a guy from Italy, and he represented Arco, which is this company. And in Italy, the way that it works, because they're very, I think it has to do with being more conservative and religious country and all that stuff. So, in order for a person to visit a sauna, you need membership, which is not uncommon. Um, but the way that they've done it in Italy is that you have sort of this one card, one pass. Have you heard about that?
I saw that. I think when I was looking for the saunas in Italy, in Milan, for example, I read that we are a private club.
Yeah,
I think it is to regulate the entrance so that you can refuse everybody you don't want to have in it. Because if you have running a normal business,
yeah.
you are not allowed to refuse people that easy. But with
Mm,
this membership, you can. I think I'm not sure. I think in Czech Republic it was the same officially. The process is the same process than in other saunas. You buy one entrance when you are just visiting, but
yeah,
it's a 1 day membership, stuff like that, you know.
right.
And and I think this is for them to do that. And yeah,
I think it's a little bit more involved though in Italy. Like you have to give like your name and all of this information. So some people don't like it because they're trying to be anonymous. You know what I
hmm
mean? They don't want to give all this personal information at the sauna. So, but I think
but
that's
if
how
you
it works.
But if you know that you can trust this place, it's also fine for you, because you know also that they only let people in who are really also ready to give their information. So all are on the same level maybe, and yeah.
We have an Italian, Giacomo D'Antonio. The card thing in Italy
Hi.
is just to pay less taxes. They're being greedy. I hated that when I was living there. Oh,
Okay, thank you for that information. That's
right?
very interesting to know.
We're learning.
And yeah, that's good.
Have you been to Vienna? Because Brandon is talking about Vienna.
I heard about the Kaiser Bründel Herrensauna a lot, because it's a very, very old bathhouse, maybe 160 years, I think. So a traditional one also. Website looks stunning. So the pictures of the bathhouse.
Yeah.
I also contacted them that I want to film there, but they didn't answer yet. But I'm bothering all these places all the time. It's getting better. So now it's like when I write an email, sometimes the saunas I'm writing back in just one day, like, oh yeah, we know your video, you're welcome, you can come here. But sometimes it's difficult. But I heard about it and I wanted to go there twice, because I tried the blind booking of one of our airlines, and they have also Vienna in their portfolio, but the blind booking is a blind booking, so I just know it could be Vienna, but I'm not sure that it was
Um,
Vienna. And last time it was Helsinki, and for the last blind booking, and the other time was Zurich. Yeah, and Zurich was also a cool sauna. This video will also come online very soon. And what I wanted to say, oh yeah, last time in the now I can say that last time when I went to when we had this podcast, you asked me for maybe the worst sauna, or the sauna which was, so I can say for now, which was the sauna which was like
your least favorite.
my least favorite. And the sauna, I was a little bit glad that I haven't had the time to try it on myself. I just saw it during the video, and that was the sauna in Helsinki.
Really?
Yeah, and the point is why I can say it. They closed the sauna 1 week after I was there.
No.
Yeah.
Because of
They-
you.
Yeah, because of me. No, bec- they had some issues with the landlord, I think, and it was a very old building, and this was, to be honest, not very good maintained. And in the motherland of sauna,
Yeah.
I was a
Very
bit.
strange.
And the guy showing me around was very, very nice, very cute, and very, very kind also. But the place was that was a place I wouldn't go, because yeah, it was. But they opened a new one, and I'm excited. Maybe they will invite me one time. And
So you went,
what? There was somebody
Brandon,
killed. There was somebody killed in the Herrensauna.
allegedly.
Oh,
I should cover that. So I have a podcast called True Gay Crime. So it's true crime about queer crimes and criminals. So that would be a good story for my podcast.
but you don't know the story yet.
I don't know this story. No, I never heard about this one.
Yeah, I would say
There's
like,
so many. There's so many though. There's so many. It's kind of scary.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
maybe it's
that's,
haunted.
sorry.
Maybe it's haunted. A haunted
Yeah.
sauna.
That's but I definitely, I still want to go there, even if I know that. I want to go there because it's very beautiful, and Vienna is also not so far. Vienna is, in Europe, you have in Berlin, we are located that we can go to many places easy by train. For example, also Amsterdam is like 5 or 6 hours easy to go there. Prague is also 5 hours easy to go there. But Vienna, for example, would be like 10 or 12 hours by train. So this would be a place I have to take the airplane.
Yeah.
But during my birthday in November, end of November, I will go to Was what in German it's Warschau, and I always in Poland.
Warsaw.
Warsaw. I don't know. Yeah, but you guys know. I will go
It's
there,
Poland. Poland.
Yeah, in Poland, and they have
Ah,
good. They have two saunas, I think, and
okay.
I try to see both of them, and that's also very interesting. And then one of my where I'm really excited to go is the first sauna I will show from outside of Europe, from Asia, will be the crab sauna in Bangkok.
Ah,
So this will be a cool thing, and yeah, I'm very
okay.
excited to go there.
What is Will saying? Hi, Patrick and Rob. Hello from UK. Seems like British saunas are less popular than they were 5 to 10 years ago. Your video suggests the opposite elsewhere. Any thoughts, please? I think it depends on the city. Like New York, I was in New York. There's no saunas. There's one sauna, but I'm not gonna. It's not a sauna. It's disgusting. I didn't even go in. I mean, yeah. So all of their saunas are closed, and they have private sex parties now. Private, I
Hmm.
mean, you're on the mailing list, and then you get an email, and it says where the party is and what the party, and they pay cover at the door. It's cash, and then so that's how they do it in New York these days. And a bunch of them in LA closed that I used to go to when I lived there that are now closed. So there's only a few left there. I don't know. I New ones open from time to time, but the glory days of the sauna, I think, are in the past. They might come back. Hopefully, there's a more of a resurgence. Because one of the biggest comments I get on my channel is like, "There is no sauna close to me. I have to travel all the way," and that's unfortunate, right?
I don't know. I think the saunas have been more important in former times because the spaces thing, having gay spaces where you can
Yeah,
have fun. It's also about the cruising places outside. So maybe they are not so necessary as they were in former times. But I think if a sauna, and I also heard about Leipzig, for example, which is in 1 hour from Berlin, very nice sauna, um, that they are afraid of. So if they would close their place, they think that another sauna wouldn't get the permission to have in that city location the permission to have this kind of business.
yeah,
In Berlin, it would be different. But I
yeah.
think many saunas are maybe responsible, yeah, therefore that people don't go there anymore because the modern saunas need to be, yeah, modern places which are also wellness places and not only for cruising. So it should be possible to go there, just have with friends, for example, with gay friends, and having a good time, having a
Yeah.
drink, having a water, having a good chat, and not only for the cruising stuff. Yeah, and
I
this is
think
how. Yeah.
my impression, I think in Europe they're a little bit more popular because my impression of European saunas is more social, and there's more of an aspect. It's not like a dirty, guilty, hidden secret. It's more like,
Hmm.
oh, I'm going to go to the sauna now, and you can tell your friends that, or it doesn't matter. There's not a stigma. Whereas in North America, it's more of a dirty secret, and it's like you don't really tell your friends. You go out to the club with your friends, but then after the club, if you haven't hooked up with somebody, then you go to the sauna to find some at the bathhouse to like have sex. But it's more like what I mean. So
Hmm.
and then here, well, everywhere, there's the apps. So if you're just talking about sex, if you're just using the bathhouse and it's a guilty, like a dirty secret, and it's just for sex, I can see why maybe in North America, the bathhouse, the industry has taken more of a hit because everybody's online also looking for sex.
Hmm.
So it's not as social. At least in Europe, there's that social aspect, and it's more acceptable to be in these types of spaces and stuff like that. So maybe that's why they're a little bit more prevalent.
Yeah, that's true. That's for us in. Okay, it's at all places like that. If you go
Yeah.
to the countryside in Germany, of course, it's also like not that normal. And I had to tell my mother too what this means to go there, for example. But
Yeah.
in Berlin, with friends, with colleagues, if they are also from the community, you can say that, and it's not a problem. completely normal.
Yeah.
And with my colleagues, it's sometimes like, okay, which day do you go? That we don't meet each other there, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only thing. And even if I meet a colleague there, it happens, and then we have a Coca-Cola together or stuff like that. So that's
Yeah.
really like a like that. That's true. But what I heard, and what's very interesting too for me, what they have in the US a lot, I don't know how it is in Canada, but in the US, what they have are these camping grounds, gay camping
Oh
grounds,
yeah. Yep. That's
which
very popular too. Yeah.
and which
But
also work.
that's a whole other thing. That's more like it depends on the camping grounds. Some of them are clothing optional.
Mhm,
Um, most of them have like a wooded area with like a play area in the woods. So when but you don't have to, it's not like a giant sex party. So it's more
mhm,
about camping, it's more about being outside, it's more about community of people who like camping and being outdoors. And there's usually like, it's, I mean, it's nice. There's like a pool, there's like a club, like there's a bar, there's showers there. So it's glamping. Some people have trailers, you know, some people have tents, so it depends on but it can be whatever you want it to be. Like you can walk around nude the whole time and spend the whole time in the sling if you want, or you can just be wearing clothes and hanging out with your friends and hanging out by the pool but those are very popular too, for sure.
mhm.
And maybe they replace the whole bathhouse thing just a little bit.
Maybe I want to see some place in the US also. How it is in Canada? Do you have them too? This
Yep.
camping ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Greetings to Pakistan, of course. I'm always flashed. I have a community also from Asia, from Thailand, and from the Philippines, because a lot of my first videos were about Thailand and the
Oh,
Philippines.
about there. Yeah.
But
I like this question from CA. Is it worth it for a less endowed men to go to these types of places when men are so fixated on size? Yes, I think so. I mean, here's the thing with bodies, different body types and sizes and body shapes and everything. It's really how you feel about yourself. Whatever energy you're putting out, that's what people are going to pick up on. So if you go in there and you think you love yourself, you think you look hot and you're confident, that's going to really shine and people are going to be picking up on that and they're going to be attracted to that. You know what I mean? Not everybody's into everything. Some people don't like this, some people don't like that, some people do like this and you can't one of the biggest things I tell people is never make assumptions. Don't assume somebody will or won't be into you. You have no idea what it, in their head what they're attracted to, what their experience has been. You have no idea. Just because somebody looks a certain way, don't assume that you know they are into certain things. So being less endowed, I mean, you know just be confident with what you have, and anyways you work around it. I mean, like, are you a top, are you a bottom? There's so many different things. If you're really self-conscious about it, you can wear a jock strap. Like there's lots of ways around it, and it's
mhm.
certainly, please do not let that stop you from going because there's all types of people at these places.
That's true. And what I can say, like an experience, and we were talking about watching, and it's not always watching people having fun there. It's also sometimes watching which person find to each other and go to a cabin, and then you think, really? That's
Yeah,
and this is that's really the thing. So that I
yeah,
think, oh, that's really interesting because people have fetishes. So I remember also. When I was like much younger and I was also not very self-confident and I didn't do any sport and I met a guy who was like he was an athlete with a huge tool and all this. And after that we had a lot of fun. I asked me, but why are you like look at me and you looks like a perfect, you know? And he said
yeah,
to me,
yeah,
yeah, but that doesn't mean that that I look like
Yeah.
that I love what I look like. It's
Yeah.
I love doing sports, but that is not what I am attracted to. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what people also say, or what the sauna guys always, the managers always say to me, or often say to me, many of them have like special parties for special beer parties with the beer guys,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they always say the party is for the beers and for the admirers, and they say it very, like, because there are so many people who are definitely no beers, but they love them and they go there to these parties. So
Yeah.
they say it's the best crowd there because the people are like also like positive, body positive, because they like the charm of guys. And yeah, I think I said in one of my last videos, I also said it's the saunas is for everyone, and that's not true. It's definitely not for everyone. There are so many people who don't like cruising like in a sauna.
Yeah.
And what we talked about also in the last time I was sending you a message, text, voice message, I think, was also for disabled people. It's often very, very hard to find places where they also can be like they want. That's yeah, a big problem, I think. But
Yeah.
if you can get into the place, you are open for the people there, it's for everyone. It's really for everyone. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Hi from the Czech Republic.
Yeah, Czech Republic.
Right.
Always nice to be in Prague, for example, for the saunas in Prague. Yeah.
The Czech Met boys. Woo! Oh my God. Those Eastern
And
Europeans, I'm telling you.
macho sauna in Brussels. Brussels, I also want to go to, and I got recommendation. And it's funny
Yeah.
because people often text to me on Instagram and they say, yeah, and if you come to the city, then yeah, text me. And I was like, that's, yeah, sometimes,
Macho sauna. Okay.
yeah.
What's good about macho sauna, Robert? Are you going? Oh, Malu. Oh, look who came to visit. Oh.
Oh,
You know each other. I've been a fan of both your channels. Oh, it's Anthony. Hi, Anthony. Glad you could join
hi,
us. I'm
Anthony.
sorry about any confusion about the timing. I'm sure a lot of people from my channel are not here because of that weird time. So when we post this, I mean, I think it's going to get some views afterwards, unfortunately. But
And I think if the people like this live stream, they also can comment, write something below the video after we publish it again.
yeah,
And if the people comment, we will do that again, I think. And then we can also do it on your on your channel, right?
yeah,
That would be cool.
we can switch up.
Yeah, I like it because what we do here is what we do from time to time via WhatsApp voice message, right? It's like but with no audience. So yeah, it's like we're chatting about the sauna experience and Antwerp.
Yeah, great sauna in Antwerp. It has a large garden for sunbathing. That's important. When there's a nice like outdoor space, I love that.
That
You-
sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah, I was at GI Joe in Montreal, and they have a huge patio on the roof, so you can really like relax, and but you have some views of the city, but it's still private. Like nobody can see what's going on up there, so that's nice.
Yeah, I think when you have outside area, that's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I hope they have a nice garden because I'm also a gardener, and I hate it when they have the possibility to have real plants and they just have plastic plants. I hate that.
Oh,
So
yeah. Yeah, you're a plant, because you were talking about that about boiler, no? That they had plants,
they have
real.
real plants, yeah,
Um,
and they do take care about it. And in Leipzig, for example, I made my review and I said, oh, they have plastic plants. Why don't they have real plants? Because they have something
yeah,
like an outside area. There's a roof about it, but
yeah.
like a transparent roof. And after that, they changed it, so they made the new outside area with real plants also.
Ah.
So, and they showed it in the video too, and they were very proud that they could change that. So, because yeah, that's true. He said he does not have a green. I don't know. Is it? Do you also say green thumb?
Green thumb, yeah.
Yeah, and because in German we have this, and yeah. So
What we should tell people that I'm going to be in Berlin next
I
month,
thought the same. Yeah, I thought the same. Completely the same.
right?
Yeah, and I would like to know what the people would like to do us together, like going to some.
Careful now.
Okay. This is when is the OnlyFans live stream? I don't know.
Careful now. So yeah, I'm going to be in Berlin in December, December 11th to the 18th or something, like for a week. And yeah, so stay tuned. Well, I'm going to go to Boiler, first of all. That's one thing that I have to do. But we're going to hang out and, right, stuff.
Yeah, I would definitely, because yesterday I was working in one of the clubs with my main job, and I met one of my colleagues, and he's organizing one of the parties in that club, which is the oldest queer club in Germany.
Oh,
And I would also suggest to go there. So we are invited from the people who do the party there. So that is
ah,
something I would like to show you too. It's not. They have also dark room there. Yeah, that's
oh,
also cool. And
okay.
I haven't tried it yet, but because I wasn't on a party for a long time. But I want to go definitely, and I can imagine that could be. And it's not so far from Boiler, so yeah,
Oh, perfect.
perfect. Yeah, before or
Start
after
there,
maybe. Yeah,
then go to Boiler after.
yeah,
Okay. I'm going
that's
to
it.
rely on your recommendations because there's so many bars and things to do in Berlin. I'm just like, I don't know. There's so much, right?
Yeah, a lot of things to see.
Anthony, I'm going to Steamworks Seattle newbie night next month. What's newbie night? Is it for people that it's their first time? It'll be my first time going. Any tips? Yeah, lots of tips.
Oh,
Where should we start?
the first time is people always say, "Yeah, I need to take a buddy with me," and I thought the same. I want to take a buddy with me, like a friend, a good friend, or stuff like that.
Yeah,
And I would just recommend don't do that.
yeah.
Go alone, because it's much more fun. Because when you are with somebody, you're like just if you are
It's
alone, yeah.
true. It's like when people tell me, "Oh, I go to all-inclusive resorts by myself." At first I was like, "Oh, that sounds terrible." But then I thought, "Oh, that's how you meet new people." Because when you go with somebody, you stay together and you stay in your little bubble and you don't there's no need for you to talk to anybody else. So if you go to a sauna with somebody like a friend, I mean, sure you can be like, "Okay, let's meet back here in an hour or something," and then like go and but for me, I mean, I'm a lone wolf. I'm a hunter and a lone wolf, so I like to like go by myself, and then there's no restrictions or anything. I don't have to answer to anybody. But I would say go with no expectations. Go with the intention of enjoying yourself, regardless of who's there, because you can use the wet areas, the steam room, and don't feel rushed either. You can take your time. If you walk in and you're walking around, to be like, "Oh God, there's nothing. There's not." Relax. Go sit around for a little while. Give it some time to like because people come and go, so there could be like a changing of the guard kind of
Hmm.
thing. And yeah, I don't know. Keep an open mind. Right.
Another thing, I think another thing is if you really don't want to go alone, you can go maybe with somebody you would like to have some fun. So then you have like a secure person you will have fun with,
Yeah.
l- and but you still can have other experience. That could be one thing. But the friend thing is, I wanted that too, and I'm very glad that my best friend always said, "No, I don't go in the sauna in the summer and stuff like that." Yeah, and no,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to. So and because I was very glad to experience on my own, and it made
Yeah.
me also kind of confident to go to places like that.
Yeah.
Someone asked, yeah, I have been to Prague, and which saunas I've been to. I had to look it up on Google because I had to see the names again. I've been to Sauna, David, and Babylonia, and I think the Babylonia is the bigger one. Is it? I don't know. I don't. There, but I've been to both, and I like both. But one is for around 40 people, and the other one is for 80 people, like that. So,
Oh,
but
they're
it
small.
was small, but still very, very nice crowd. Very nice
Yeah.
crowd. Really like also young guys there. Um, oh yeah, Prague was. Oh yeah, and there was one guy from New York. Ooh, he was.
Oh, but
That
from New
was
York.
yeah. That
Of course, the
was
guy from New York was there because there's no saunas in New York.
yeah. You
Um,
have yeah.
the difference between saunas and cruising clubs, I think, is a cruising club where you keep your clothes on mostly, right? And you just walk around and there's glory holes and fuck benches and stuff. And a sauna, you have the wet areas. You wear a towel, you go in the jacuzzi. I think that's the main difference. No.
I think so, and I need to say I have been to other to these cruising bars or a club too, but I really prefer the sauna because the sauna is mm, it's much cleaner for you. You know, like in a sauna you can prepare. For example, if you are a bottom, you can if you have some if there is something coming up, you can clean again if you have yeah everything is cleaned there, you know, and I
Yeah.
cannot
Well, you
imagine
can take a shower. I mean,
yeah you
right?
can take a shower, you can go to you can relax, it's more like but I need to say the first time like in one of these clubs was for me in Leipzig, and that was also fun, that was also a lot of fun, but I was in a sauna before, that means I was completely prepared or and relaxed and chilled and could go there to because they told me at around 10 o'clock on Saturday, it would get crowded in the club because it was next door, really like that. And then I
Uh,
had a lot of fun there too. But for example, I was in the DD and Eagles in Amsterdam. There
yeah.
was my recent video, which is online since Friday. That is that's really hard or
Yeah.
hardcore. I don't know. So if you go there and you are upstairs and you have kind of a toilet and this toilet is just like open and
Oh,
people can go in the bathtub under that in the yeah that's yeah of course this video is demonetized or it's not possible to monetize it but it's a really cool video because
wow.
it shows the vibe of Amsterdam, which is famous for these places, for example, also
Yeah.
like in Berlin too, yeah. But Amsterdam is, I think, it's for has a long tradition about that,
Oh,
and when I think about that, people go there, and I don't know, they have the golden shower there, and I said to him, yeah, but what do the people do? Because can they shower here? And they said, no, we have a shower here, but we are not allowed to use it because of some limitations. Yeah, we are not
okay.
allowed to we are just a bar and not a sauna, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So people when they have the golden shower and they have a golden shower party from time to time, yeah, they have to go home how they are. And then he said to me, and you know, that are the people sitting in the tram next to you.
I was just gonna say. Then
Yeah.
you're like, you're kind of wet. You smell like urine. Are we gonna? So your hometown is Leipzig.
No.
That's
So
not your
Leipzig,
hometown.
no, it's not my hometown. My hometown is in I grew up in Mecklenburg, but there's no sauna. There's
But
no
you
gay stuff.
mentioned we might go to Leipzig, is what you said.
Leipzig is very close.
Leipzig.
So it's
Leipzig.
Leipzig. It's very
Leipzig.
close to go. And maybe so Leipzig would be
We'll see.
possible, would be close to go, but also Hamburg is very close to go. Yeah.
Okay. We'll see how much time we have.
Yeah.
Right. Can you do a tour on David's sauna, please, Rob?
I would
David.
like to. I would like to. I would definitely like to. And I just can, if any sauna managers watch the videos, read your, read your emails, write me back, or if I haven't written you, text me. I'm
Yeah.
always open. I'm always open for that. Because yeah, it's a lot of fun for me, and it's a lot of fun for you guys watching the videos. And you can show it to us to give a like for this video too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, it's
that's
to
it.
their best interest. If you own a sauna and then Rob reaches out to you and is like, "Hey, I want to come and do a video," why would you say no, or why would you not respond back? Right?
Oh, there are reasons. There are reasons. But the reasons are not, the reasons
They're
are not
not good
good, of
ones.
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
If people, for example, if people are afraid that their places is not good enough, or maybe too dirty, maybe they should clean it,
Oh.
Yeah, I think they are afraid about that
Ah.
people could see things, but
See the
but I
truth.
see the truth, yeah. But what I say to you is, and I'm not very picky, or I know that
I
a
heard.
business which runs like 24 hours, for example, or for so it's I do understand when there is some paper or stuff, so that's completely normal for me. But for example, when I went to Boiler and when I had the tour in the Boiler, the
Yeah.
guys from Boiler, they gave me the key, and I could go to every room in that location, and
Yeah.
they were not afraid of that I could show anything which could expose them, because
Yeah.
they are very confident that they have a very, very high standard in all places. So, but guys, if your sauna is not perfect, maybe in the province of Poland or Czech Republic, you don't need to be scared. I don't go
Yeah.
with a uh, lucent light. I don't know, these lights where you can see all the sperm. I have special red lights to keep the moods of the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So that you won't see the sperm on the walls.
yeah. For example. So it's very decent. I show it in a very respectful way. I try most of the time. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's it.
I think you do.
Yeah. So I'm very excited that you come to Berlin.
Yes. Well, me too. So it's going to be Christmas time. Some Christmas markets.
Some Christmas markets, definitely. Yeah, we
Right.
have a lot in Berlin. Yeah,
Yeah.
the infrared LED pole. Yeah, that's true. So, guys, do
That's
you have any more questions? Because we said we are like now filming for 1 hour. If there are more questions, we could answer them. But if not, we would appreciate, of course, your likes again.
yes. Likes,
And
shares.
share, subscribing, of course. If you haven't subscribed to our channels, then subscribe to Patrick's channel. I will link it in the video description after the video is processed, and I do it online, of course. But I'm sure you already subscribed because we have the same audience, I think. So so
Well, there's
that's
probably a lot of crossover, but if you don't, yeah, come on
yeah.
over. Come
Please
on
do that
over.
because you do a lot of nice reviews and tips, as people are asking for the tips. Yeah. So
Yes.
you
Oh
have a
my
lot
God.
of them.
What is your story channel called? The True Gay Crime? Is that the one? What's the story channel? Or is that for you? A question for you?
We can put. I think I put your main channel in
Put the
the
main
in the
channel on
description,
there.
and you have all. Oh, that's interesting. And you have all your other channels also linked, I
Yeah.
think, right? So that's
Yeah.
people can
Yeah.
find you.
For sure. Thank you guys. Yeah, we'll talk more about STIs and stuff like that.
That's definitely. That's
I have
also
video.
on.
What's that?
That's Yeah, and I also have it on my plan with the big project to do that, because I'm tired of listening these
Yeah,
comments like, you catch everything you can get there.
I know.
You catch
I,
everything you can catch on a normal day too. So
anywhere. I know. I do so many podcasts. I have health experts on my podcast talking about PrEP and DoxyPep, injectable HIV treatments, U equals U, all of the terminology, all of the tools that you need to protect yourself and protect other people. Just be informed, and that's it. Take care of yourself, take care of others, and I don't want to hear about this stupidity where, ugh,
Yeah, but it's still it's very important to inform about that, and
yeah,
I think we try to do that. I will do that in the future. I have plans for that because I'm
yeah,
working in my main job. I'm working also in this field, so that is kind of interesting. So, but I think people who really write these comments, which are like this, oh, this is hell for me because of, I don't know. People have fears. I do understand, but maybe they have to inform themselves to against these fears. Yeah.
usually it's
So
coming from a place of ignorance and fear. So,
yeah, and if you are so afraid of it, maybe a sauna is not the right place for you. So
yeah, and that's
that's
fine.
sad. Yeah, but that's sad because I think they can be really cool places for gay guys, but nobody forces you to go there, and nobody forces you to have fun with everybody there. So you can have fun with whoever you want who is also into that. So it's also about consent. Yeah,
Yeah,
and they are liberating. That's the right. Yeah, that's completely
yeah,
right.
for sure.
So
Thank you,
cool, and
guys.
thank you. Just one more. It's on the bucket list. Yeah, this is what I want to do with my videos.
Spoiler.
People go to the
Yeah.
places, not only
Well,
boiler, also
Rob,
to the other
we need to
places.
be getting a percentage or something from these places because you know how many
Yeah.
times people are like, "Oh, I'm going to this sauna because of you." Oh, are you?
Hmm.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, that's true.
Steamworks, show me the money, Steamworks.
We're waiting for the check. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can buy. For me, for example, it's very easy. Also for you guys, I have a link where you can buy me a coffee, for example, if you don't want to join my OF. You have
Yeah.
the Patreon, right? So people
I have
can support us.
Patreon.
Yeah.
I have OnlyFans. I have channel members. Yeah, there's lots of ways to support for sure.
Cool. So thank you. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Definitely.
Right.
So for you, Patrick, and for you
Yeah.
guys, from my side, have a nice Sunday night here in Europe, Berlin time,
Yeah.
and we
The
see us
sun is
very soon.
shining here, and I'm going to go have lunch and have a relaxing Sunday.
Nice. So
Yeah.
see you soon.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. We'll
Bye
see you again.
bye.
Thank you.